Money Train
Yeah.
here, HHB Media. This is TRILLVISION Film Festival Summer 2005. I am here with a filmmaker that you want to talk to and meet. Say your name and your project, and then we'll get right into it.
Sure. My name is Lily Dain. I'm the director and writer of Spectrum Syndicate.
Let's get right into it. What was your inspiration for Spectrum Syndicate? I actually, this is kind of weird because we actually had a online festival in the spring in March, and we actually had another autism film that was really highly respected in that. What was your inspiration? So I never thought we'd have back to back, autism type theme short. So and that was called that was just called Spectrum. So what was your inspiration for your film?
I had a feeling that Spectrum film was about autism anyways.
Oh, it's
Um,
really good. You should check it out. It's online. It's definitely something you would love to watch if you get and he's from the UK too. The person who made
I
that film
will.
there. Yeah, so
I'll
it's
absolutely
what
check it out.
yeah.
Basically, Spectrum Syndicate, I came up with the idea about 2 years before I started writing it because I thought, you know what, it'd be funny if the government banned autistic people and autistic people fought back. I thought that was a funny idea. And then in 2024, I saw this rhetoric, because I'm trans, I saw this rhetoric going around about trans people, and I thought, it would be sound really dumb if this was said about autistic people. So I decided to make the film, and I wanted to give it a specific low budget look, mainly because I had no budget, and I was in my second year of my final year of high school. It's in America, but college in
Mm,
UK. So I was
okay.
asking people like, be in my film, please."
No, I love the fact that you transpose those two topics because unfortunately now we're in the Trump era. It's very open for people to not be accepting of certain people. You know what I mean? So it's like we just so much snap and says no more homeless or no more this or no more that. You know what I mean? So putting that context in there, even in a funny way, made it real because yes, it could be that short you're doing now, but it also could be the premise of what starts the Handmaid's Tale. You know what I mean? Stuff, just because, if somebody doesn't want somebody and people think that they're a nuisance, you know what I mean? You create a much bigger world for that. What were your any for you? Were there any obstacles? Like, did you want to make it narrower, or you said no, 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 let's keep going bigger, or special effects, more people, global world of this? Was there anything that maybe stopped you, or you just gonna say let's go, go, go?
I love pushing myself with my films. Just before then, I was made my first ever directorial debut like a few months back, and I thought this is cool, but I want to make a film for the following year's festival. I didn't get in the festival, by the way. But I thought, you know what, let's make another film, let's go bigger, let's go bolder, and let's make it stupider. I actually think first part, one of the first jokes I wrote was the ending, which I won't spoil here, but I told it to my mate, Charlie, who plays the villain in the film, and he was like, oh my god, this is brilliant. And I forgot the question, I'm so sorry.
No, no, no. Look, when I'm watching something like this, I'm thinking anytime now, Doctor Who's about to walk in because it's just that much over the top. You know what I mean? So I'm just thinking I'm waiting to see the TARDIS come or something like that. You know what I mean? Just shake it up. No, so for you as a filmmaker, what do you like to do? Are you like the person who says I got a subject first, or someone's saying no, I want to lay it all out and write it real quick? How do you work as a process, your creative process for you?
A lot of stuff. Sometimes I come up with ideas years before I make them, and then other times it's a lot of the time it's based on what surrounds me. And I'm a huge fan of satire and comedy. I love stuff like I love Book of Mormon. It's one of my favorite musicals. I love making fun of things in order to see how the world would actually work, because I feel like if we're able to laugh at it, we're able to learn from it. And I also, so that's why I like to incorporate bonkers comedy at the same time. My favorite filmmaker, oddly enough, is not a comedy filmmaker. It's Ken Loach, who does a bunch of social realism stuff. And two quotes of his really stick with me. One is film can be a voice for the voiceless. And two is a lot of people think of how to tell the story. I always think why to tell the story. So I never grew up with autistic characters in the media, or like characters like me in the media. So I thought maybe I can use filmmaking to bring a voice to my community.
How did you do casting? Did you look for any autistic people? Was it awkward, or how did you make that decision about to be the people as the leads in your film?
I kind of thought I'm leading with an autistic director, and quite a bit of the crew was autistic. So if not all the actors were autistic, that was fine. I won't expose which of the cast and crew was autistic, but for privacy reasons. But I can say the majority of the cast and crew are either diagnosed or suspected autism, and that was some of it by coincidence and then some of it by intention because I'm accidentally friends with a lot of autistic people, so that worked out.
How was your feedback then from non-binary, trans, autistic? Have you gotten feedback from showing it to the other crowds like that? Have they come back and told you, yeah, 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 or you need to change this?
Um, I the only live audience I played it in front where I was there was in front of my college as part of the school's neurodiversity week, and I got a standing ovation, so that was good.
Okay.
And I think a lot of them, what I got the vibe is that a lot of them really appreciated the messages in it, and the general sense of community. And I do remember one bit where there was this particularly romantic scene between two of the characters, and like some of the audience were chanting "kiss, kiss, kiss." So
Oh, that's great.
I feel like it really spoke to a lot of people, which that's what I love. I love having my films do that.
Is your intention going forward, and do you want this like I don't know how your education system is. Do you want this something that's played around to different schools and as to give more exposure to kids, maybe even lower grades or lower levels, so they can see this, so they can see the interaction. What is your goal for having the film get out more and your message more of what you did?
I think it would. I haven't considered that, but I actually think it would work really well in not little schools because I don't think some of the humor is appropriate for like kindergartners, but I think for like older
Oh, yeah,
audiences.
yeah. I'm talking about like junior, middle school, like 12 and up. That you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm thinking that level.
12 and up
Yeah,
is good. And I
yeah.
think I sometimes I contrast the comedy with like really dark moments, and I think that really works in the stuff I make because you're able to see the realism of it, but also laugh at like some of the lighter, more silly elements of it. And I think
Mhm.
that's a really good way to educate because I always prioritize educating people over entertaining people, all at very similar levels, depending on what I make. So I think using Spectrum Syndicate as a film to be shown in schools would really help people on the autism spectrum and also just people in general, not just with the current like discussions of autism, because RFK, I don't like him and what he said about autism, but also just the general rhetoric of trans people and always to think like about what's being said before you just jump on the bandwagon.
For your film, do you want to have a situation where you, as a career, say, "Hey, I can send this to the people that make Black Mirror," and they might say, "Hey, wait a minute, we could do a whole maybe a Black Mirror episode like you did here." Do you see it as a gateway to other opportunities? That's what I'm saying.
I don't like remaking things, but Spectrum Syndicate as a black I did think maybe Spectrum Syndicate as like a mini series or Black Mirror episode. That
Yes,
would
it
be
is.
bonkers, but I'm directing it.
There you go. So tell people how they can get in contact with you or their social, how they can reach you, because there'll be other filmmakers. Like there's a filmmaker coming up who has a film called G's Louise, which is a comedy. But I'm saying there might be other people who watch other shorts that you see that may want to contact you and maybe collaborate. So how can they best reach you and how can they find your social media on social media?
Yeah. Wait, say my socials now. I can't hear you properly, sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
Socials. Okay. I have a YouTube channel called Crying Goat Studios YT. I'm on Instagram, Crying Goat Studios. TikTok, Living a Life with Lily. I have a LinkedIn. I have an IMDb, both under the name Lily Dain. If you want to work with me, contact me on LinkedIn, I guess. I'm based in the UK and I'm pretty young and I can't afford plane tickets. So I can direct, I can write, I can act, I can do anything except sound sensory issues. But I love helping people and I love educating people. I can also be a consult. Have fun, be nice to people, and don't be homophobic.